Man, one of my biggest personal vices is that I'm a smoker. My dad was smokers. I guess I inherited it. But when I have a tough situation, I light up. Most of the time, I fuck the situation up. To be honest with you. But hey, listen. I gotta get to another level because we about to take it to another level. We really about to go into the Book of Enoch and see what's going on. Just like I said, man. Just like I said. Now, like I told y'all last time, man, in the 66 books that, the starter kit that we start with when it comes to researching the scriptures of the Father, they only mention Enoch by 3 times. They mention him 3 times, and every time they mentioned him, it was a bar. Hip-hop bar. So I go looking, I find the Book of Enoch. Do you know it's chapters upon chapters upon chapters of what Enoch saw, did in his life? All types of stuff. All types of record to show how he got the title that he pleased God. Yeah, it was heavy. So look, I'm going to share, man. We're going to get this thing started. The Book of the Watchers.
From the Book of Enoch. Parable of Enoch on the future lot of the wicked and the righteous. Chapter 1. The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous who will be living in the day of tribulation, when the wicked and godless are to be removed. And he took up his parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angels showed me. And from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, but for a remote one, which is for to come. Concerning the elect, I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God.
All right, before we move any further, I'm going to have to be our vent here. Did y'all see that? He said now, he wrote what he was writing, not for the generation that was there, but for a generation, a remote one. Anybody feeling remote control? Let's say we're in an interesting time. And this is before the end. Yeah, okay. We pop. Enoch
Will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall all be prospered, and they shall all be blessed. And he will help them all. And light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000s of his holy ones, to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness, which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard.
Alright, bam. There is that Uncle Gino. Uncle Gino's answer to where did Jude get this information. Okay, Jude quoted the first chapter, verse 9 of the Book of Enoch in the Book of Jude. Just verifying what this information been sitting there for a long time. Alright, we popping. Uncle Gino, shout out to you. Gino Jennings, man. The Jack Johnson of the pulpit.
Things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Chapter 2. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, how they all rise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye the earth, and give heed to the things which take place upon it, from first to last, how steadfast they are, how none of the things upon earth change, but all the works of God appear to you. Behold the summer and the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water, and clouds and dew and rain lie upon it. Chapter 3. Observe and see how in the winter all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years, till the new comes. Chapter 4. And again observe ye the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth over against it, and you seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun. And the earth also burns with growing heat, and so you cannot tread on the earth, or on a rock, by reason of its heat. Chapter 5. Observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Wherefore give ye heed and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth for ever hath made them so. And all his works go on thus from year to year for ever, and all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not, but according as God hath ordained, so is it done. And behold.
Okay, before we go in, Father, I want to say thank the Father. Thank you, Father, for this moment. Just thank you for the moment to let the Spirit move through me and touch the people. Yes, look, have you ever just noticed that we are kind of on earth, and everything that is on earth is a properly running machine? And who powers that? It is said it's founded on his word. One word powers all of this. That's amazing. Okay, that's the majesty of the creation that is earth. Okay, let's talk about the people that's on earth.
How the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their tasks from his commandments. But ye have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord. But ye have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your impure mouths against his greatness. O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Therefore shall ye execrate your days, and the years of your life shall perish. and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal execration, and ye shall find no mercy. In those days ye shall make your names an eternal execration unto all the righteous. And by you shall all who curse, curse, and all the sinners and godless shall imprecate by you. And for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. And all the elect shall rejoice, and there shall be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace and forbearance. There shall be salvation unto them, a goodly light. And for all you sinners there shall be no salvation, and on you all shall abide a curse. But for the elect there shall be light and joy and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. And then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom, and they shall all live and never again sin, either through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise shall be humble, and they shall not again transgress, nor shall they sin all the days of their life, nor shall they die of the divine anger or wrath, but they shall complete the number of the days of their life. And their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace, all the days of their life. The fall of the angels, the demoralization of mankind, the intercession of the angels on behalf of mankind, the dooms pronounced by God on the angels, the Messianic kingdom. Chapter 6.
Hold on. I'm gonna put my Michael Jackson shoes on, do some moonwalking. Hold on. Now, if you do hip-hop, you understand the concept of bars, right? So, like, every bar, it could be a metaphor, and inside of that metaphor, that bar could really mean a lot of different things, right? Okay, cool. That's what a parable is. And that's how a parable was kicking it. So, Enoch was just busting with these bars. Notice he picked up his parable and started busting you in the head with the pen. Now notice Enoch's pen. Okay. Then that was just chapter 1. All right. I mean, not really chapter 1. It was chapter 6. But I mean, that was just like the first section. All right. Now we're going into chapter 6. So always something going on with that 6. And this man just said he finna tell us about the fall of the angels, the demoralization of man, and the Masonic kingdom. Now again, in the Bible that we be studying in, when it talks about the sons of God coming down and making children with the women, let's get it clear. It does talk about that. It does cover that subject. And it speaks of the truth about the nature that it was so bad that by the end of the chapter, the Lord's like, man, I'm finna off y'all. I'm in trouble. Alright, this seems to have a little more in-depth information about it. It starts off about the exact same thing. Alright, let's get it popping.
And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Semjâzâ, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty.
These folk got names? Oh, let go.
Of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then sware they all together, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And there were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they'd sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Semjâzâ, their leader, Arichabah, Ramael, Kokabeel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Danel, Ezekiel, Barakijal, Asael, Amaros, Batarel, Ananel, Zachiel, Samsapiel, Satarel, Turel, Jomjael, Sariel. These are their chiefs of tens.
Okay, let me break that down to you so you can have a certain type of information, and it's not just the final breakdown. It's just a Makhronic interpretation of this. Now check this out. If you ever been in the military, then you know there's a certain thing as a battalion, or matter of fact, there's such thing as a chain of command. And at the top of the chain of command, and our chain of command in the earth, it's the president or the king, right? Now all the way down from that king, it breaks all the way down to a company. Okay, I believe this is the company of Michael that these people work in. Okay, so in the company of Michael, that breaks down into squads, right? Or platoons. Now inside of that platoon, a platoon, they might be over groups of 10. They might have a squad. They might have leaders, like the leaders they just named. And each one of them got 10 angels. Now they're a platoon. They're a squad. But they're a small portion to the big picture. You know, they're a small portion. Their job was to watch us, watch earth, watch men, watch women, watch our condition, and watch us try to get back. But you just heard what they just made the deal do. Dang, it's ancient. I wonder, this had to be after the fall. So these some angels that are doing worse than choosing the side of Lucifer. That way, they showing another way. Cause they about to dip. They about to, like I say in the military, in one of your general orders, your third one, I believe, is you're never supposed to abandon your post. They're about to abandon their post.
Chapter 7. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives. Each chose for himself one. And they began to go in unto them and defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed the acquisitions of men. And when men could...
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Did that man say he taught them folk roots? Women been knowing how to do roots. And they had... No, what? Hold on.
No longer sustained them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones.
Wait a minute. Hold up. These folks had babies. This sound like a Twilight movie. Hold on. They had babies that when man, they took all that man had, and when man couldn't get them nothing else, they ate them niggas, and they started to eat them. So they was dead. So the earth was crying again, just like it able they. Wow. Let's get popping.
8. And Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates.
All right, hold on, one last. Well, there's a lot going on. Azazel. Have you ever seen that movie Fallen with Denzel watching? Yeah, I think Denzel watching. Azazel. All right. I'm not saying this the same person. They just had the same name. And if you wanted a backstory on who that was, all right, well, let's get it popping. All right, why is he falling? Here you go.
Made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments and the use of antimony and the beautifying of the eyelids and all kinds of costly stones and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication.
Man, I'm trying to ride out, but it's just blowing me right now. Did he just say he turned for on the costly and beautiful stones and the beautification of the eyelids? You mean like the lashes on today? This come from what back then? Hey, I'm gonna sit back, man. Let me ride out and listen to this. This blowing my head right now. It's going down.
They were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. Semjâzâ taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaros, the resolving of enchantments. Barakijal taught astrology. Kokabel, the constellations. Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds. Arachiel, the signs of the earth. Shamsiel, the signs of the sun. And Sariel, the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. Chapter 9. And then Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from heaven and saw much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawlessness being wrought.
Man, there's a lot going on in this chapter. But like I said, that's why I believe this was Michael's company. Because, God has a lot going on. But every time sins go up saying the command, it bumps into Michael. Even when it came, not gonna say now. It was like over in his scenario. So, Michael, they gonna let Michael go, and the whole four know what's going on. The four, who are the four? They'll talk a little later about that. But they let Michael know what's going on, and they look down there like, what's popping? The earth cried to Michael. My goodness. All right, we popping. We in.
Upon the earth. And they said one to another, the earth, made without inhabitant, cries the voice of their crying up to the gates of heaven. And now to you, the holy ones of heaven, the souls of men make their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. And they said to the Lord of the ages, Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings, and God of the ages, the throne of thy glory standeth unto all the generations of the ages, and thy name holy and glorious and blessed unto all ages. Thou hast made all things, and power over all things hast thou, and all things are naked and open in thy sight, and thou seest all things, and nothing can hide itself from thee. Thou seest what Azazel hath done, who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were preserved in heaven, which men were striving to learn, and Semjâzâ, to whom thou hast given authority to bear rule over his associates. And they have gone to the daughters of men upon the earth, and have slept with the women, and have defiled themselves, and revealed to them all kinds of sins. And the women have borne giants, and the whole earth has thereby been filled with blood and unrighteousness. And now, behold, the souls of those who have died are crying, and make their suit to the gates of heaven, and their lamentations have ascended, and cannot cease, because of the lawless deeds which are wrought on the earth. And thou knowest.
Now, y'all might get missed in that. Now remember, the Father is the ultimate and the only good judge. He's the righteous judge. Everything that's in not good makes it to the throne. Unrighteousness makes it to the throne. He got some stuff set on automatic down here on earth because he know how we are. But for something to make it to all the way to the head court, a suit against the lawlessness on earth, man, imagine that, man. Imagine you walking around, you're a regular human, and there's some giants walking around, snatching up your old women and your daughters, doing what they want to do, and telling you they gods. Sound like one of them God of Egypt movies, but it's, just walking around here, got you building pyramids and stuff, the flexing on you, being Zeus, just throwing lightning on you. I mean, imagine that. These folk walking around.
All things before they come to pass, and thou seest these things, and thou dost suffer them, and thou dost not say to us what we are to do to them in regard to these. Chapter 10. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Go to Noah, and tell him in my...
Before we even get started, let's understand something. In the Book of Enoch, the Most High is speaking. The Father is speaking. Because Enoch is in the spirit. He's translated. So he can see all this. No human limitation on it. So he can't put nothing on his dress. He's right there. The Most High is speaking. My goodness. All right, let's see what they got to say. He just... Noah... He said, go to Noah. All right, let's see.
Name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, Bind Azazel, hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth, that they may heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed, and have taught their sons. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel said,
We was talking about Azazel from the fallen. Like I said, they can have the same name, and now I'm not sure if they're talking about the same. But he's a high guy. Like, he said, ascribe all sin to him. Like if it's the picture in the dictionary, it's a picture of him right there. Ding. Golly, that's amazing. Yeah, he really got busy. He was trying to get his rank up in here. Like what?
The Lord,
what he was doing.
Lord, proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, and the children of the watchers from amongst men, and cause them to go forth, and send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For length of days they shall not have. And no request that they, their fathers, make of thee shall be granted unto their fathers on their behalf. For they hope to live an eternal life, and that each one of them will live 500 years. And the Lord said unto Michael, Go, bind Semjâzâ and his associates, who have united themselves with women, so as to have defiled themselves with them in all their uncleanness. And when their sons have slain one another, and they have seen the destruction of their beloved ones, bind them fast for 70 generations in the valleys of the earth, till the day of their judgment and of their consummation, till the judgment that is for ever and ever is consummated. And in those days they shall be led off to the abyss of fire, and to the torment and the prison in which they shall be confined forever. And whosoever shall be condemned and destroyed will from thenceforth be bound together with them to the end of all generations, and destroy all the spirits of the reprobate and the children of the watchers, because they have wronged mankind. Destroy all wrong from the face of the earth, and let every evil work come to an end. And let the plant of righteousness and truth appear, and it shall prove a blessing. The works of...
First of all, the Most High is getting busy on the throne right now. Y'all hear? He just sitting on the throne telling them about what they need to do. But things simultaneously, as he's saying, is going down. Like when Michael, and then Michael just always rolling up on the big boss and just like hitting them with the smash, bam, Semjâzâ, splash. Everybody in darkness, whole crew, smash. Now again, this is Michael, who just run a company. And he just run a company in the heavens, among heavens. A powerful, mighty company. But I just want you to see how high the Most High is. My goodness. All right. He talking down.
Righteousness and truth shall be planted in truth and joy forevermore. And then shall all the righteous escape, and shall live till they beget thousands of children. And all the days of their youth and their old age shall they complete in peace. And then shall the whole earth be tilled in righteousness, and shall all be planted with trees, and be full of blessing. And all desirable trees shall be planted on it, and they shall plant vines on it. And the vine which they plant thereon shall yield wine in abundance. And as for all the seed which is sown thereon, each measure of it shall bear 1,000, and each measure of olives shall yield 10 presses of oil. And cleanse thou the earth from all oppression, and from all unrighteousness, and from all sin, and from all godlessness, and all the uncleanness that is wrought upon the earth. Destroy from off the earth. And all the children of men shall become righteous, and all nations shall offer adoration and shall praise me, and all shall worship me. And the earth shall be cleansed from all defilement, and from all sin, and from all punishment, and from all torment. And I will never again send them upon it, from generation to generation, and forever. Chapter 11. And in those days I will open the store chambers of blessing which are in the heaven, so as to send them down upon the earth, over the work and labor of the children of men. And truth and peace shall be associated together throughout all the days of the world, and throughout all the generations of men. Dream vision of Enoch. His intercession for Azazel.
Okay. Before we get into the dream vision, man, Enoch, man, be right. Azazel's back up and the final answer. Okay, cool. What? An announcement of them of their first and final doom. Okay, more about the angels. This is this. Now we know the dreams really popular in all scenarios when the Father speaks to you to a dream. Now this Enoch, you talking to a dream, so it was clean. But before we go there, let's moonwalk right fast into what the Most High said out the throne. What he wanted for earth, his vision for earth, his vision for mankind. That's his vision. Now we back into what mankind be doing. Okay.